Nabuka here from Mystic Chicanery, and I just wanted to quickly show off my Nostromo setup, and down there in the bottom left-hand corner. So the Nostromo, if you're reading the blog, is a little device that you use in addition to your mouse and your keyboard. And what I've done in-game is I've set up my keys and bound them to the Nostromo so that I can see which spell is going to go off when I hit which key. So on the Nostromo, the top bar on the left hand, the top left hand button is the number 1. To the right of that is the number 2. To the right of that is the number 3, 4, and 5. So in my top bar, I have these buttons are directly bound to the keys on the Nostromo. The next set of keys down, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0 are also these same keys. I leave this spot on the button bar empty for any of those silly items you use in quests. You know, the wand you use to shoot things down, or the horseshoe you throw at things, or I don't know, all kinds of stuff that you have to trigger to get the quest to work. Now, in addition to these bars, or these buttons, I also have different modifiers bound. So, for instance, I have Shift, Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3, Shift 4, Shift 5, through Shift 0 is this bottom set of 10 buttons. And these are, for the most case, it's buttons that I don't actually use very much, but I can. This one right here normally is my Dark Pact, so I use that one quite a bit. The rest of them, they're there. In most cases, I tend to actually click them. There is another set of buttons that I use the keypad for a lot, and that's the ones that are bound to Control. And I have that set up as a flip button bar. So when I hold down Control, you'll note that the entire button bar changes to a different set of buttons. And I really regularly use these top 10 buttons here. In a fight. So my normal cast sequence includes 2, 3, 4, and Control 2, 3, 4, which would actually be the other way. This is without the Control, and this is with Control. Also, Control 7 is my Seed of Corruption. I actually had a problem for a while because I had Seed of Corruption on number 7, and for a while there I had just straight Fear on number 7, so I'd accidentally fear something when I actually meant to Seed of Corruption it. You know, Death Coil still is a problem, but I haven't figured out a better place to put it. Now, in addition to those, if I hold down Alt, I get another set of buttons. These are buttons that I don't use very often, things like summoning a new pet, so I tend to not have those strongly keybound. They're there. When I hold down the Alt, I can see them, but I don't need to have them up in my face all the time. So it's kind of hidden away. So, easily from the Nostromo, I can probably access upwards of 40 buttons. Really, I only keybind and use about maybe 30 of them. But, yeah, I don't know. If you were better at the keybinding and modifiers than I am, then you'd have an easier chance of it. So there you go. That's how I use the Nostromo to control my button bars. Thank you. And like I said, this has been Nabuka from Mystic Chicanery, and bye-bye.